All right, we're here at Lake Mead. Actually, just garbage. You can see, so there's a bird skull. Before we head down to the lake, I want to just kind of go over some news articles to give you some background on what's going on out there at Lake Mead. So due to drought in the western United States, the water levels of Lake Mead have been steadily dropping, and as such, artifacts and things are being found in the shoreline that have long been buried in the water, specifically bodies. They found like 5 so far, and at least one has been identified as a murder victim, one as a drowning victim, but yeah, Lake Mead is giving up its secrets. So specifically, these bodies were found. Let's see, the last one was found, discovered remains in a barrel. This was found at Swim Beach, and Swim Beach is close to Hemingway Harbor, I believe. Boulder Police, or Boulder Beach area before it was found Monday by People Summit Park Rangers. So yeah, I mean, people are out there enjoying themselves, and they're finding bodies and whatnot. More bodies are found. This one here was found, I believe, at Hemingway Harbor. So Swim Beach and Hemingway Harbor are very close to each other. Let's go ahead and go to Google Earth and see exactly where Swim Beach and Hemingway Harbor are. All right, Swim Beach and Hemingway Harbor. Let's take a look, plug in the coordinates and see where in the world these places are. We know they're in southern Nevada near Las Vegas on the shores of Lake Mead. So here's exactly where they are. Here's Hemingway Harbor. You can see the boat launch right there. There's a harbor itself. Let's scroll out really quick and see how close this is to Las Vegas. So here's Las Vegas over here. There's, of course, the airport, the strip, and whatnot. And you can see it's just a short drive out here to Swim Beach, Hemingway Harbor. The water levels, you could even see in Google Earth, are dropping considerably. Take a look. These docks have been moved out quite a bit. They were right inside here, but they've since been moved out as the water level drops. These islands were nothing more but a couple of exposed rocks, and now they're huge islands. So right around here, this is actually Swim Beach, and down here is Hemingway Harbor. So right around here, 2 bodies were found. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and saddle up and drive down there and walk along the shoreline, see what we can find. All right, we're here at Lake Mead today. There is the massive boat ramp leading down to Hemingway Harbor. You can see how far down the harbor is. All the docks have been moved down. Take a look at the water line, how much Lake Mead has dropped. With these receding waters, a lot of folks have been coming out here finding strange artifacts, boat surfacing, and of course, several dead bodies have been found. I believe 5 so far. So on the shoreline of Lake Mead, you just never know what you're going to find. So let's head down there to the beach and even inside the water and see what we can find today. You can see the dock here used to be all completely underwater. And this huge tire was some kind of a buoy or a float or something that has long since dried up, and the only thing in there is black widows, so obviously we're not going to go in there. But yeah, this dock, you can see the water line here, how far the water that was receded, and it's pretty sad, the effects of drought in the west, that this used to be in the water. So look around here, anything you see, even buried under the sand, could be a body. So here's a barrel, but obviously this isn't one that there was a body, and it looks like some kind of a weight or something. It's filled with concrete. There actually could be a body in there. It's hard to say, but yeah, it looks like this was some kind of a weight for the dock or something. But as you can see, the water level and that island out there, it's really low. So everything right here should be underwater. You get close to the water, you can see a lot of people out here, so if there was any artifacts or anything, it would be easily found. So we'll head down the shoreline a little bit and see if we could see something a little more less populated and maybe find something. So here's some artifacts, mostly just garbage. You can see look like some sunglasses and shoes. No really interesting artifacts here, but some of this stuff had clearly been in the water for a while. There's a beer can, doesn't look too old. Some metal pieces, some rope. It looks like a vast wasteland, but this area here was all underwater at one time, so you never know what you may find. Obviously people have been driving around down here, but right now there's still people down here, so if there was anything sticking out of the water, you would probably see it. But we're going to take a closer look and see if we can find anything. Here's some kind of a belt or something. Well, part of a belt. I thought it was something, but it's not. Right, so here's an old bottle. Anywhere there's people, there's going to be trash. You can see like a lot of shells, freshwater clams. Obviously, all this was once underwater. And if you look carefully, maybe, just maybe, you could see something sticking out of the water. A bone fragment, a piece of trash, part of history, something. Now, if you look at this vegetation, this has been growing for a while, so the water hasn't dropped very much recently, because you see this vegetation growing. Sure, if there was anything here, you would think somebody would find it, but if you take a close look, you just never know what you're going to find out here. Now, the water is really, really clear, so if you come out, you can kind of see in the water. And for example, if there's something out there, if somebody didn't notice it, you would probably be able to see that it's a body or some kind of an artifact or something. All right, we're here at Hemingway Harbor Marina. You could see the boats down there and how far down in the water they are. They used to be all the way up there, but because the water levels dropped so much, they had to move it down there. And the water's really clear, so we're gonna actually go check out inside the water here in just a few moments. But I want to come along here on the shoreline and just kind of show you. People have been out here. You can see campfires, beer cans. Unfortunately, wherever there's recreational activities, you're going to see trash because people, unfortunately, are generally rotten and don't pick up their stuff. Here's a fishing lure that's kind of cool, and I think I'm actually going to keep this because it's kind of cool looking. But that's probably about the size of fish you find out here. Walking along here, there was a half-eaten corn cob that's pretty disgusting. Nothing from way back in the day. Along here in the bushes, we're finding more trash, and no bodies or anything yet, but you just never know what you're going to find out here. Clearly somebody got stuck. There is a sign this is four-wheel drive only. You know, people insist on bringing sedans or everyday vehicles out here. Closer to the shoreline, there was a tow strap, more garbage, trash and stuff. You could see, I'm not seeing any hands sticking up from the mud, unless this is a hand. Doesn't look like it, but there is some freshwater clams or oysters or something on them. Walk along here, it's really easy to see that this stuff has been here for not too long. It's like an old deflated boat or something. Clearly people have been out here, so if there was a body, people are going to see it and report it more than likely. Coming along here, I'm not seeing anything else, just a lot of trash, evidence that people have been out here. Rocks and stuff. See over here, coming through the water is nice and warm actually. Baseball cap, maybe part of a tent or shelter of some sort. And over here, it looks like we've got an old something that's been in the lake for an awful long time. Not seeing anything yet. Maybe pacifier. It almost looked like some kind of a skull. It is a skull. So there's a bird skull. So there, we did find something out here. Bird skull. We just go to show you this freshwater lake does preserve bodies and bones very well. Coming out a little bit more on this stuff here. It's hard to see. Don't really see anything out here. But you can see this Labor Day weekend, there's a lot of people out here. Hemingway Harbor Marina. Here's another piece of metal. We're gonna go back to the truck and stage the truck right here. I think it's a great place, not too much mud and a lot of rocks. We'll just back it right in there. And that's it. found a skull. Obviously it's some sort of a fish, a rather large fish. But that's about the only bones we found so far. Here's actually some more bones. Yeah, so, well, technically we did find bodies out here, but I think this is animal. Kid's swim mask, maybe some more bones. So yeah, lots of bones, but it looks like it's all animal. This might be some kind of a bone as well. Really kind of hard to say. But trash, kind of like walking on the shore of any beach anywhere, you're going to find a lot of trash, bones, bodies. Bodies of water are kind of like the dumping ground. I mean, you never know what you might find out here. All the trash here, some of it's been here a very long time. Such as this pull tab can, just like Grandpa used to drink on Sunday afternoons. That can's obviously been in the lake for a long time. What else can we find out here walking along the shoreline? A moccasin, other soda cans, rocks with all these freshwater clams on them. Anything else, you can tell by the footprints other people have been here, anything else isn't very obvious. So you've got to really have your eyes peeled to see any kind of artifact or anything at all. Coming into the water a little bit, you can see a few feet in the water, it's very clear, but the further out you go, it's kind of murky. You can see this is kind of a ship channel, there's boats coming back and forth, so it can be kind of a hazard because fortunately people do drink and boat out here. So what we are going to do is we're going to walk out a little bit and see if we can see anything interesting under the water. Go in the water and do some searching. So we're just walking out here, looking inside the water, see if we could see anything. I don't see anything so far, but anything interesting. Now the water's getting deeper. It's probably up to my knees right about now, but we're going to go even farther and see if we can see anything. It's about 11 a.m. The sun's not fully out yet, but it's enough where there's plenty of light. So without further ado, if you're ready, let's do this. You can see how clear the water is. If you see something I don't, go ahead and point it out in the comments so we can see if there's any bodies or artifacts right here at the shoreline of Lake Mead. Alright, I can see a law enforcement boat out there, some other people boating out there, jet skis and whatnot, so it's exactly why I don't want to swim to that island. If we had a boat, we could easily do it. I mean, we could swim to it, but I don't want to swim with that much boat traffic. Somebody got a boat and dumped a body out here, and actually makes more sense than just dumping at the shoreline would be found. Our water's up to my neck here, so this is 5-6 feet, and we're not seeing much. There's a lot of mud, vegetation, but it's really hard to see. It's a little murky, but the water's still pretty clear, so let's head back down and see what else we can find. The water is definitely a little cloudy, silty, but as you get closer to the bottom, you can actually see clearly. So let's head back down there again and see what else we can find. anything so far. Hope you enjoyed the video. It wasn't really too interesting, but like I said, all my videos, I can't guarantee they're exciting, but I can guarantee they're real, they're honest, and you're seeing things as I see them. We'll see you in the next adventure. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the videos, please subscribe to the channel and you'll be notified when I post a new one. All of my videos are unscripted as they happen. I can't promise they'll be exciting, but I can promise they'll be 100% real. My name is Steve from Las Vegas, and these are my adventures.